Hello everybody, my name is Benji, and welcome back to the Planet Crafter. Now, as you can see, I have been busy, is a thing that you could say. These water life collectors, spoilers, these water life collectors, they make these Telu eggs quite fast. So now I have 4 fish incubators, the aquariums. They're all making 32 grams per second, which means that we are just flying in the animals category. Look at that number soar. It's great. There is a new egg that I have unlocked. It's called the Ulani eggs. They're 250%, which isn't bad, but it's not 400%, so I don't really care that much. I've also been working on processing chocolate and flour as my bots bring me more and more wheat and stuff. Hey, look at that! My automated rocket went off. That's kind of nice. 342 per shipment. That's not great because it takes a long time for a shipment to go up. But that's fine. We could always speed things up a little bit. But in the meantime, I have unlocked the Heater Tier 5. And this thing is ridiculous. Let me show you the comparison. I already showed Girlfriend the comparison. So here's the Heater Tier 4. 500, call it, heat, 35 pressure, and 50 energy. We'll call it rough numbers. The Heater Tier 5, instead of 3 super alloy, requires 3 super alloy rods. That is 8 times the amount of super alloy for just one of these, but boy, does it make it worth it, because the heat is multiplied by 9, the pressure by 8, and the energy only by 7, which isn't that bad. So I have exhausted all of my super alloy that I had in the entirety of the base, and some more super alloy crafting, as well as expanding the amount of drills at my super alloy location, just so that we can turn 2 of our drills, or 2 of our heaters, into Heater Tier 5s. I also dismantled them all, because like I said, it's times 9. We had 6 Heater Tier 4s. Look at the size of this absolute behemoth. Oh my gosh, it's tall! I didn't think it would be that tall! Oh crap, I fell off the platform. Look at how tall that thing is! Look at the smoke coming out of it. Oh my gosh. These things are massive, and of course that killed my power grid. Well, it's that and some other things. I mean, it's not just that. Like, I can't only blame it on those. It's the fact that I added another drill. Yeah, look at that. It's the fact that I added another drill. I've added more drill tier 4s. What else even is it? I don't really think it's anything else. The aquariums, I guess, are a factor here. So that's a thing. But now we have to add more power, and that's fine. That's just a requirement of super alloy. That's not that big of a deal. We have plenty of super alloy, despite the fact that I literally have spent my entire supply of super alloys to get those Heater Tier 5s. And these things are absolutely chunky. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 more fusion reactors. Look at them! Oh my gosh! That is thumbnail worthy right there, ladies and gents. That is thumbnail worthy. And that was all of my super alloy once again. Super alloy go bye-bye. Hey, I have 1! That means my drones have been working. Yeah, look at them. Look at them go. My little guys. I also did establish a mine over here in the osmium cave, because a lot of crafting recipes are starting to require osmium. And we were running a little bit low, so I decided to go ahead and set that up, which has been treating us quite nicely. Now, in terms of where our heat is going to get us, it's going to get us nowhere. It's not going to help us anymore. We've unlocked everything that we can unlock for heat. However, that is going to make the terraformation index in general go just the weeest bit faster. You can see it going a little faster than it was, so I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with having 2 of them, because now our numbers are going to be astronomically higher than they were before. We're at 500,000 picokelvin per second. I don't remember what's after picokelvin, but we're doing good. At micro. 400, we're 500 microkelvin per second, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice overall. And then, of course, the animals are still going off the charts. Fish are still doing great. We are 30% of the way to amphibians, which is going to be awesome once we actually end up getting the amphibian farm. Being able to place those bad boys down and seeing the little frogs. We checked them out on live stream once upon a time, and they are adorable, so 100% something I'm looking forward to. In the meantime, though, we can craft common larvae in the future? That's kind of nice. In the meantime, though, I don't really have anything else to be doing except for maybe expanding upon our fabric farm over here so that we can get some better items and stuff. Looks like he just got a task. So let's take a look at high priority items again here, because we can't do anything huge farming wise like the pulsar quartz or the circuit boards until we have the drill tier 3s, or at least I don't want to go through the trouble of setting up like an auto trash system when it won't be that efficient for a while. We could technically set up rocket engines, but that kind of delves into the same issue, and that's worth even less. So I think what I'm going to do in order to start getting some more of these a little bit faster is I'm going to just expand upon the farm that we already have. And that'll do us pretty good overall. We'll be able to just keep farming these 8 Terra tokens, because the 8 Terra tokens are pretty nice for each fabric. And I'll just expand upon the amount of silk farms that are in here, and maybe double it. Maybe triple it, make 9 of them. I don't know, it depends on the resources I've got. And that'll just get us some stuff faster. And then when we start getting new fish, I'll show off the new fish. I'm not too interested this time around in collecting all of the different butterfly types, because I've already done that before. However, collecting all of the fish types is something I have not yet done, and we will have the fish display shortly, so I'll be able to do that, and that'll be quite nice. So yeah, for now I'm going to go on ahead and work on the silk farming a little bit so that we can get some more fabric going. And I will be back once we have new fish and I can show off new fish. Yeah? Be back in a sec. Ignore the meteors outside. I just finished launching pressure rockets so that we can get a little closer to that juicy drill tier 3 that I keep complaining and talking about. Complaining about not having. I want to show off all of the eggs that we have so far, despite the fact that these 400%ers are the most profitable. They're not the prettiest, so I do want to go on ahead and show them off. So these green little ones that are floating around are our 400%ers. They're our most profitable. We have the most of them, so they're very kind and nice to us. These little purple guys are pretty nice, but I'm pretty sure they're the super basic ones. Yeah, they're the Crom eggs. They're 200%. They're the ones that you unlock when you get to the fish stage in the first place. They're just kind of unlocked by default. But they are beautiful. I love their purple color. I love how they swim and how they look. Devs did a really good job on the models for these guys overall. And then over here we get into the more advanced ones. Now, I think the purple here is the 250% one. Yeah, the purple one are the Ulani eggs. They're the 250% eggs. They're the next one that you unlock when you hit 50 kilograms of animals, I think it is. And then these guys, the Alera eggs, are the 300%ers that you unlock at 250 kilograms of animals. And they're pretty cool. I like their little spots and their little stripes. I think they're a little too flashy for me personally, but they'll look really good on our wall. So, for now, the Tulu are going to be our most profitable, and we're just going to keep them all making us the good stuff, but we are going to keep a hold of these 3 different eggs so that we can put them up on our wall as soon as we unlock that, which is going to be... yeah, not for a while. 2.5 trillion. We are not quite a fifth of the way there yet. And then the fish farm is even later. I don't really know exactly what to do to make that go faster, because I already have 4 of them. They're taking... not that much power, actually. Only 300 kilowatts. Less than the 2 auto crafters that I have. So, you know, we've got that going for us, which is nice. Less than the tree spreader, or the flower spreaders even. The flower spreaders are doing pretty much nothing for us at this point. Yeah, pretty much nothing for us at this point. They just look pretty, and are taking up our, what's it called? Our super alloy and our fertilizer supply right now. That's literally all that they're doing. But I could go on ahead and just make some more, but that starts getting into the repetitiveness, and you guys don't really need to see any of that right now. I can head over here real quick. Yeah, Terra tokens gained 200. I don't actually know why it decided to send that. I don't feel like it would have been filled yet. But I do have 6 of these guys now making fabric, which means that this is going to be launching a little bit faster. It doesn't look like they're getting backed up on silk at all, which is what I worry about with the crafter filling up like this, and then this not having the time, because now what's going to happen is all the drones are going to start, yeah, taking it all, putting it into the ship, and emptying the inventory so that this can start to craft again. I just worry about the inventory filling up and not being productive, if that makes sense. So, nothing really that we can do here except for what I've already done, which is just fill it up as much as possible. These eggs aren't really important because they're 500% multiplier. We have 400% multiplier, and that's 4,000 Terra tokens. That's a lot for that. The tree seeds, I can see being profitable, but not super profitable because we already have 400%, and again, that's a lot. The butterflies are basically pointless because we have 1,200%, this is 1,400%, that's just ridiculous. The frog eggs might be nice, but again, I'm really just eyeing these blueprints, especially the drone tier 2s, because I feel like the drone tier 2s are going to be a lot faster, which is definitely nice. So in terms of things to do at the moment, one of the only other things that I can think of is going around with fusion energy cells and unlocking more areas and shipwrecks and lore and stuff like that. But that requires super alloy rods, I'm pretty sure. No, it's just super alloy and osmium. We might do that and do that for the rest of the episode. But more honestly, I really want to wait for the ore extractor tier 3, but I don't really think that that's such a good idea. That's pretty far off. The insect spreader rocket will be amazing when that does unlock. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep expanding my animal empire for now. Also, yeah, starting to get backed up on the planktons. Hey, would you look at that? Some Tulu eggs. There you go. Expand the fish empire. So I think what I'm going to do for the rest of this episode is I'm going to expand the fish empire until we get to the insect spreader rocket. And then the insect spreader rocket will mark the conclusion of this episode. I think overall that's probably a pretty good idea, and I'll just keep launching other rockets, like maybe the plants rocket, so that we can get the gas extractor tier 2. That looks pretty cool, right? And then obviously insect spreader rocket gets us the beehive tier 2, the butterfly farm tier 2, which is going to just further increase our insect production and all the things. I wonder if there's an animal rocket. Can I just strap, like, animals onto a rocket ship Just send them into space. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, we're gonna go until we get the insect spreader rocket, and that's all gonna be done off camera. And then when I come back, we will launch. Didn't mean to do that yet, but that's fine. Then we will go on ahead and launch the rocket, and let that be the end of today. So stay tuned, and we're getting there. So I know I said I would be back with the rocket, but I just found this. Had not seen this yet, but I noticed that the path, there's like a path. I'll go show it off in a second. I really want to see what this is. Golden effigy, golden seed is very nice. I'm pretty sure, can't I do something with the golden seed too? I feel like I remember being able to make like golden tree seeds or something from golden seeds. I could totally be hallucinating that though. It's a great view from up here. You can see my old bases from before everything was it didn't scare me at all. Nope. Back from before we had the infinite oxygen atmosphere. Also, that looks like a heart. Thanks, devs. But yeah, it's over here. It looked oddly like it should be climbed, and so I climbed it. Yeah, look at that. Tell me that doesn't scream, climb me. You know? That 100% screams, climb me. And look, it's like totally, yeah, no, it's totally meant for you to be up there. That's cool. That's awesome. Anyway, I just had to share that. Back to work. So I was not having a fever dream. It is not advertised in here as something that is possible, but I tried it anyway, and then I Googled it, because you know me, I love my wikis. I literally, Terraria, I know that wiki back to front, minus some of the new stuff. And the wiki confirms this is a thing that can happen, and it is meant to be a secret discovered on your own type thing. So I'm giving you all a secret. This is the plant that you get from it, the tree seed that you get from it. Wait a minute. It says the oxygen multiplier is 350%. I did not read that. So this is actually worse than the tree seeds that I just did. Oh, that's great. That's just great. Alright, this time I'm gonna be back for the insect rocket, I promise. So, I made a mistake. I'm gonna just be frank with you. I AFK'd when I went to work, so that this would all unlock. And I was only gonna be gone for 5 hours. I figured 5 hours will be plenty, and then if it's too far, I can roll back the progress. Well, what ended up happening is I had something else that was an emergency happen, and that kind of took precedent, and I completely forgot that I was AFKing. So I AFK'd for almost double the time that I meant to. I think I AFK'd for like 8 hours total. And I'm a little farther than I meant to be on everything. And I tried to roll back the progress, and it refused to roll back the progress. More than like 10 minutes. So here we are. A couple of things have been unlocked here. First of all, there are 2 new types of fish eggs, which I think are a little odd that they're only 100 and 150%. I guess they're probably pretty, because these are 250 and 300%, and they unlock way sooner. We also unlocked the drill tier 5 and the insect spreader rocket. The insect spreader rocket and maybe 1 drill tier 5 is probably going to be all that we do for the rest of this episode, other than go over everything. The gas extractor tier 2 is here, and then also the butterfly serena larva, which is pretty nice to have a 1200% larva craftable instead of forageable. That's definitely nice. The beehive tier 2 is here, so generates honey and bee larva. That's definitely very, very nice. So I definitely am excited to have that Then also the fish display and the fish farm to generate animals. It gives plants, insects, and animals, so that's definitely going to be nice to have, I think. And then we can craft lerma seeds now, which is nice. And then in terms of things here, we are at double the pressure for the ore extractor tier 3. When we left off, I believe we were at half, so that's a little farther than I meant it to go. And then, of course, we also have the amphibian farm, the mutagen tier 4, and the frog eggs. So those are all something that is, you know, a thing. We are in the amphibian stage at this point. I believe that probably happened at 675, or maybe 670, or maybe 650 GTI. Mammals is next, but obviously I don't think that has been implemented since this itself is a brand new stage. And I'm just kind of gonna go check out how many Terra tokens we have. See... Yeah, 6,000. I think when we left we had like 2,000, so that's been working pretty hard, which is nice. Also, I think that's new. I wonder if that's an update, having the ocean there. Either that or I'm just blind. Both of those are equally possible. Ooh. The insect spreader rocket requires 3 bee larvae. That's interesting. So, rocket engine, osmium rod, mutagen tier 2, and 3 bee larvae. Rather expensive, but in my opinion, definitely worth it. And something I absolutely want to work on here. And then in terms of the drill tier 5, super alloy rod and osmium rod, that makes perfect sense. And for the ore extractor tier 3, osmium rod, super alloy rod, and iridium rod. Whereas I think that the... Yeah, drill tier 4 is not too much less expensive than the drill tier 5 overall. And then this actually is just more osmium and less iridium, which is perfectly fine in my personal opinion. I think that's very, very doable. The energy cost is doubled, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's also totally fine. And then the bee larva only requires an upgrade to the fertilizer and the tree bark, which isn't bad overall. It gives us a super alloy back, so I'll definitely take that. And then the amphibian farm is pretty cheap overall, so that's definitely... So, although I don't have any amphibian eggs and I don't really want to deal with that yet. The fish farm also is going to be very nice. The phytoplankton A, bioplastic nuggets, and silk will be pretty easy overall to do. But for right now, I'm going to do the insect rocket. I'm going to grab all the materials for that, and I'll be back in a second. So I found out something really neat while I was getting ready to end off the episode here. The drill tier 5 is 9 times as effective in the pressure, roughly, as the drill tier 4. And, in addition to that, the materials for 3 drill tier 4s plus 2 aluminum and remove 2 super alloy is the equivalent of the materials required to make a drill tier 5. So I'm getting literally 3 times the boost here from this thing. Holy crap, it's gigantic though. Oh my gosh. This... Wow. That's kind of awesome. That looks just ridiculously futuristic. Kind of trippy too, but I really like it, so that's awesome. Alright. Terra tokens gained, nice. Now for the insect spreader rocket. Wow! Look at that! Oh, it's covered in bees! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that is so cool. Alright, nope, that's... that. I was debating on what the thumbnail was going to be for this episode. I think I figured it out. Yeah, I definitely figured it out. Oh, it would have been so cool if I could get the rocket coming back in. That's awesome. Look at that. That's super cool. Alright, let's launch our insect rocket. see what exactly it does, if it rains insects on us, or if it just does its thing. I'm thinking it's just gonna do its thing overall. Look at it go! Love it. I love this game. I'm very excited to be implementing more and more systems. Especially now that we've unlocked a lot of things. Like, the ore extractor tier 3, I think next episode is gonna heavily rely on the ore extractor tier 3 and setting up some more intricate farms for some more intricate items. And really seeing what we're able to mass produce and take care of. What is that? There's an incoming meteor. I wonder if that's from the insect rocket. It almost has to be. Given the timing of it, it almost has to be. Also, that is 100% a downside of this base. I think I've said it before, but all of the meteors crash into the side of the mountain over here, and that is just no bueno. Well, I can't really tell if that's the work of the insect rocket or if that's just a coincidence, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's the effect of the insect rocket. Because that happened in very rapid succession with one another. Very nice. Also, 100% that ocean is new. I would have noticed. I absolutely would have noticed that. Nice, we're getting some circuit boards. Circuit boards are very valuable in this stage, by far. Lerma seed is also very nice, in my opinion. And yeah, I don't see anything else. So I think that is going to go on ahead and be it for today. You can see the spider drill in the corner over there. That's nice. Looks really cool in the nighttime here. That's awesome. That's perfect. So yeah, sorry for the AFK mishap. Life took precedence, so I feel like we're gonna be fine on that regard. And I'm just gonna still go through things sequentially. Next episode is gonna be all about the figuring out of automatic processing. I feel like that's gonna be super nice. And then also the beehive tier 2, I think will also be very nice. But for now, that is going to be all. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, avidizien, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.